artwork, and and I've been trying to get it. She's doing free tattoos right now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because she's an apprentice, and so I'm like, she's incredible. She's so good.
I'll get one and tip her.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she can even accept tips or anything like that, but yeah,
tip her on the side.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's also a cool person. She's an entrepreneur, and I'll show you her profile real quick.
You showed me her before.
Yeah, look at her artwork. Actually, here, Rich, I know you can't see it. Yeah, this is her artwork that she does. She's incredible. She's one of my favorite artists.
Where's she at now?
She's in Seance tattoo parlor. I've been trying to get her to do a tattoo for me for a little while now, because she needs people to practice on.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, like, look at her. Like, this is, look at that. She's a spray paint artist, and I used to do a lot of spray paint artwork too. So like, I'm super just.
Where is she located?
Philly. I think it's all Philly.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at this spray paint.
So she's not
too far from us. Yeah,
bro, 100%. Once you're locked in, tell her.
Yeah.
And tell her I'll like Venmo her a tip too.
Dude, I gotta find more of her tattoos that she's done so far.
Bro, all three of us can go down and get them done.
Good. It's unreal.
I need some ink therapy, man.
What the hell? Like, just look at this. Oh,
look at this.
It's incredible.
Look at the saturation, though.
It's great. So I'm super excited about it. She's a cool person. We actually went to the same high school too, and I think she ended up leaving or whatever. But she's incredible. She's so good. Really nice person. I was able to talk to her a couple of times too, and we're thinking about doing some like collaboration work at one point together, but she's never panned out. But she's really cool. Anyway, dude, super excited to have you back. Get more of your story. I think the last time you shared, it was so powerful and so impactful, and how you're giving back now and how you're trying to continue to be a part of the veteran community and in a way of support. And, I was impacted by it. And like we said last time to you, that we wanted to get you back on here and, share with us your experiences and, what you've learned since we last talked, if anything, and, all that good stuff. 35. Yeah. I just said tune instead of tune in to when I posted on LinkedIn, reposted this live. It's hilarious. So yeah, brother, happy to have you back, man.
Bro, I'm pumped, and I'm excited for what you guys got going on. I got a really crazy day today, but you guys gave me some awesome stuff to post tomorrow. So I'll be posting that out to all my people. So hopefully we can start making changes around.
That's right, man. That's what it's all about, dude. So catch us up. What's been going on? How are you?
Yeah, spill the deets.
Good. The book hit #1 on Amazon. Oh, it's going really well.
That's
I'm actually writing an article today for Entrepreneur and an article and also writing an article for LinkedIn today. So I'm staying busy. I just interviewed, I don't know, because you guys are kind of young, but when Karate Kid 3 came out, the bad boy Mike Barnes was on the show last week. So if you know Sean Kanan, he just came out with his own bad boy hot sauce. So he came on the show, and that's what I've been promoting out this whole week. It's called The 3 Ps of Podcasting, and it's on Amazon. It just teaches people how you can, if you bought the book by breakfast, you can have a podcast by dinner.
The 3 Ps of Podcasting?
Yep. By Richard Kaufman. You'll see it. And it's an ebook. I put it out for $2. And if somebody buys it, 100% of the proceeds go to help veterans struggling with homelessness. I make no money off of it. But by design. Did that by design.
Oh, I see one here. I'm going to share it so everybody can see it. The podcast print.
Yep. Boom. Boom. And if you and guys, the whole back cover is written by Mr. John Lee Dumas, who's making $250,000 a month from his podcast.
Sheesh.
He wrote the whole back cover.
Yeah, so it's actually called the Podcasting Blueprint. Very cool.
Yep.
I'll put
Purpose, power, and profit.
very cool. I'll put a link in there for if anybody wants to go ahead and grab that. That's fantastic, man.
For $2, $2, you can have your own podcast, and it all comes with clickable links. So all you got to do is click and go.
That's really, really cool. So what else is going on, dude? What else is going on in your world, mental health wise and stories wise, guys you've helped, how you've helped yourself? Lay it out.
Oh, well, this next week we're going down to we're taking a 4-day weekend. My one of my great friends, Sergeant Big Country Conwell, his documentary's coming out on next Saturday. We're going down to fly down to watch his new documentary about how he lost one of his legs, and now he's going to be in the Paralympics.
Big cunt on your podcast.
Yeah, you can never have enough dick in your podcast.
That is absolutely crazy that we just said that.
I mean, country. I meant country. Everybody knew what I
meant. Dude, that's
yeah. Well, the Army loves abbreviation, so
yeah,
you have to go.
That's great.
But he's gonna be in the next Paralympics, awesome. Which is really cool.
And he's a vet.
Yeah, Army vet. So we're actually going to go down and shoot some interview footage and hang out with him at the release of his documentary, which should be on Netflix soon.
That is neat. Wow. So, I mean, you're giving us quick highlights. What about the experiences? How did these things happen? Tell us some stories, man.
Well, I mean, I met Brian through another friend of mine, Robert Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. And that's how I met Sean Kanan, through the Warrior Strategist. So I'm just trying to up level my circle and trying to do bigger and better things. I'm going to Vegas in April. I'm going on a cruise in July. So life is good, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking off 180 days this year, and the rest of it is going to be podcasting.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do in Vegas. All right.
No, me and my wife are going. We're going to see Barry Manilow.
Oh, wow. So
we're already off the.
So I guarantee not going to do it. Not going to do anything you guys would do.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, man, that's wild. So you're upgrading your circle. That is that's important to do, and especially if you're doing something like an entrepreneurship realm like you are. Why do you think you need to do that now? Like, what is the what's happening in your head? What's happening in your life? Do you think this is the time to do that?
Because the average American male lives 78 years. I just turned 56. So I got 22 years to live the best life I have. So I'm going to get the most out of every moment that I can.
I remember your math was mathing last time you were on here.
So, but the scary thing is that most veterans or first responders only live to 58.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for law enforcement and firefighters, after they retire, their average lifespan after they retire is 5 years because a heart attack.
Yep.
Yeah. It's really tough.
That's why I ain't never going to retire.
Yeah. Beat the odds.
I love that.
So yeah, life is good. So, but I figured if they say you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with, so if you keep upgrading your circle, your life is going to keep on getting upgraded. Whether that's financially, whether that's relationship wise, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's very true. I actually am also in that journey myself. Upgrading the circle and going after some bigger things and dreams, and it's very nerve-wracking. I know from my experience. Are you feeling nervous at all?
Well, somebody said it, and guys, some of these quotes I don't remember
Okay.
who said it because I read over 6,000 books. I got 18 books going right now, so I don't remember who quoted it. But they said if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Yeah, that's real.
That's
So for me, I like on my phone, I have the brand new Corvette that I want. I have that on my vision board. I have the 5 cruises I want to go on next year on my vision board. So if your dreams don't scare you, it's not worth getting up in the morning.
I actually felt that today. I was on my way home so this morning I was at an event where Project Refit got a donation from the RMA, or the Risk Management Association, and it's a bunch of bankers, and they actually donated $2,500 to us, which is really nice. And I was able to, speak about what we do and kind of the thoughts behind everything. And on the way home, I was thinking about my other thing that I'm looking to build and looking to launch and stuff, and I got really excited. And I actually pressed on the pedal a little bit too hard, and I was speeding there for a second, but because I was getting excited that, oh man, I'm meeting another challenge. I have a meeting today that's going to be really important for that. And the risks are real. And, I have so many things happening in my life that are very positive, but also big life changes. And, and I'm just super grateful to be even alive and in a position where I can do it. And I think it is scary. I mean, a couple weeks ago, I was freaking out. Literally, I talked to a couple of people, and I was like, yo, like, I just need to talk. Like, I just need to talk about this stuff and, like, whatever. And the 2 guys I talked to in particular literally said, one of them said, dude, you got to go find that greatness that we all know you have in you. And the other guy said, don't be a bitch, fucking get it done. And I was like, dude, I'm in with both of those. And dude, I love that shit. Like I love hearing those 2 truths from 2 different people that absolutely resonate. And I was scared, and I am scared, but I'm choosing to do it anyway, which is courage. Courage is a choice, fear is a reaction. So I'm going to choose courage every day, here on out, consistently.
Like when I'm up before my alarm is up. I'm so pumped up. I'm up at like 4 a.m. sometimes. I'm raring to go because I know I got shit to do. And even like Jocko, when we talk, me and him, he's like, sometimes fuck sleep. You'll sleep when you're dead. You'll so sometimes you get so excited you don't need it. You don't need to sleep. You just need to keep going. Because I tell everybody, if you went to bed broke, there was no reason for your ass to go to sleep.
Well, your body will tell you when it needs to go to sleep. That's something that I've learned. But running it back to your circle thing, that is one of the biggest blessings in disguises that I've never had to deal with. One of the scariest things that I experienced was while I was on deployment, my son was born. I didn't come home till he was 7 months old, and during that time, I kind of like got into this mindset of like, holy fuck, now I'm a dad, right? And I was looking at my life, how it was before I joined the military. It was one of the big reasons why I joined the military, and who I was kind of hanging on to that was part of that life. And if they were valuable, if they gave me substance, gave my life substance, positive substance. And one of the greatest blessings in disguise that I've ever had was when I came home, those motherfuckers were ghosts. And for a while I held that onto like that fucked me up for a long time, until like I realized how awesome it was that they just kind of fucking removed themselves. And I was left with just high quality over high quantity. And then I just kept going with it. And then once I dwindled it down to just the very few who could have the pleasure of being in my life with my family, then it's just selective from there. That's why I don't people very often. I find the characteristics that I like, and I cling on to them, and that's who I invite into my circle. So I didn't really have that.
Well, I got a great story about how I changed my circle. I got my sixth Article 15 It's
Listeners, that means he fucked up a
and,
lot and got in a lot of trouble.
and that includes 2 field grades. But I got busted from E4 to E1 again, and was about to be thrown out of the military again for the second time. But because of what happened on 9/11, it totally changed my life. But when I got to drill that weekend, I said, fuck hanging out with the E4s. And I'm an E1. I'm an EIOU1. I don't even have the patch. I said, you know what? Screw hanging out with the E1s. I got to drill 3 hours early. I watched who got there early. I stayed there 3 hours late. And I started to follow all the E7s, E8s, E9s, and all the upper brass like a puppy dog. And within 3 years, I was promoted to E5 and won Soldier of the Year because I decided the E4s can't get me where I want to go. The E6s, E7s, E8s, they can get me where I want to go because success leaves clues. So sometimes you got to find out who the winners are, and you got to be humble and start learning to see what the winners do.
That's right. So I have some I have something I want to show here real quick. As soon as you mention Article 15s, here you go. You get an Article 15. You get an Article 15. Everyone gets an Article 15. So, and then there was this one.
I got multiple. I got multiple.
This one's the. I think I can bounce back from this Article 15. I made my mistake, but I can redeem myself and have a long, impactful career. I just know it. Career. You beat those odds 6 times.
6 times, baby, and got thrown out of the military and almost got thrown out a second time just to come back and win
fantastic.
Soldier of the Year.
Wow. What did you do to win Soldier of the Year?
Well, I had to kiss a lot of ass. I had to learn to do the right things. I maxed out my PT. I maxed out my correspondence courses. I took every class. I went to every school that they asked me to go to, and then we had to go to brigade and go in front of the board like 5 different times. So I finally won at brigade.
That's really awesome, dude. So you set yourself to discipline and changing your life and taking it seriously instead of fucking off.
Well, because I knew, I know I'm not going to get a third chance. If they threw me out once and they threw me out a second time, I'm not going to get a third chance. And what I promised to people that were lost on 9/11, I promised that I would help the people that can't help themselves. So I had to make sure that I would be in position to help others that needed help.
So you set your life in a path of service to find your own purpose.
Yeah, and it still is. And I tell everybody, if it wasn't for 9/11, I would not be here, because where I'm sitting right now, if I go stand on my front porch, I'm overlooking where the Twin Towers once stood. Wow. And we knew people were in the buildings that day. So if it wasn't for 9/11, I would not even be alive today.
Wow. That's pretty, it's an interesting look.
Saved by a tragedy.
Yep. And some gave all gave some.
Yeah, that's real stuff, man. So you talked to Jocko?
I've talked to him a couple of times, and I've talked to Jocko because I was with GNC for over 30 years, and we were working on getting Jocko fuel into GNCs. So I got to hang out with him and talk to him a couple of times. A really cool dude. I got to hang out with a lot of great military people, and civilian people. I'm just blessed to have a podcast that I'm able to reach out to almost anybody I want and say, hey, I can't afford to sit in front of Robert Kiyosaki for 4 or 5 hours, but I can have him come on my show for 4 or 5 hours and ask him whatever the hell I want for free.
You talked to Robert Kiyosaki?
And Sharon Lecter. Yeah, both authors of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just an average everyday dude.
What the hell? How? Okay. How did you?
I got to hang out with Triple H. I got to hang out with the Undertaker. I got to hang
Yeah,
out
but
with
like,
all
how
these
did you
guys.
get in touch with Robert Kiyosaki? Hang on, let me hear real quick.
Because I had Sharon Lecter on the show, which was his co-author
Yeah.
for Rich Dad Poor Dad, and she actually lost her son. He was a member of
Oh
the
my goodness.
22,
That's
and so I got in touch with her, and I'm like, hey, how about Rob?
crazy.
So I got to hang out and
Dude,
talk with
Robert
Rob.
Kiyosaki, for those of you who don't know, this guy is like a renowned entrepreneur, author, very like high level investor. He is the guy's a stud and just full of information. And really,
And he's also a veteran. He's also a Marine Corps helicopter pilot in Vietnam.
what the fuck? I did not know that.
Yeah, just like, I mean, that's how John Lee Dumas. A lot of people know John Lee Dumas as a podcaster. A lot of people don't know that he was a tank commander in Iraq that lost a tank crew,
That
and he almost attempted suicide because of depression. A lot of people don't know Patrick Bet David is a veteran.
I had no idea that Robert Kiyosaki was a vet.
Yep, that's how I get most of these people on the shows, because we have something in common. Either they're veterans, they lost someone to suicide. So that's how I get a lot of people on the show.
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki is a absolute stud. He him being a Marine helicopter pilot in Vietnam, dude. I wonder what his stories are like. That must have been amazing.
Well, my friend had him on his show too, and I guess Robert was in a good mood. He was talking about how he was getting busy in a helicopter, and almost got in trouble with getting caught screwing somebody in a helicopter.
Robert Kiyosaki.
I guess Robert was having a good day that day.
Oh
He was in a
my
good
god.
mood.
That's awesome.
Dude's a legend. What the hell? That's crazy. How that's nuts, dude. That guy, he's so smart and so like I've read his Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and he also wrote this book. Damn, what the hell? I have to look it up real quick.
The cash flow quadrant.
Didn't he also write the pitch book or whatever?
And he also has a board game out.
He has a board game.
Fuck?
Yep. Oh, that's how I learned. That's how I learned finances, by playing the board game. I would play it like 3 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's crazy. Yeah, I could have sworn he wrote it. I guess he didn't. Because there's the Guide to Investing. I read that too. But there was another book that I read that I could have sworn that he wrote, which was about, because he was an early investor in Pinterest, I think too, right?
Oh, 8 lessons in real estate.
He's got like 50 books out. So I got a whole shelf that's just purple.
Wow. There he is. Hang on, let me share my screen so people can see what I'm looking at real quick. What we are looking at.
And he also wrote a book, I think, with Trump.
That's him.
Yep.
For those of you, he's the Asian guy who don't know who he is. It's okay.
I wonder what
guy and an Asian guy.
White guy, Robert Kiyosaki.
Well, fair, I guess. You don't know the backgrounds. He could have a a dad that I don't fucking
999,999 whatever times out of 1,000,000. If you ask which one is Robert Kiyosaki, everybody's gonna pick the Asian dude in a picture with a white dude.
I can't confirm or deny it if you're right. I can't do it.
That's a no-brainer. That's a
no-brainer.
That's just a no-brainer.
God, he's over here trying to be proper.
I don't know.
You gotta call it how you see it.
Yeah, you're right.
Kiyosaki.
Yeah, it's pretty Asian. No, that's amazing, dude. Who was one of your favorite guests you've ever had on?
I got 1,360 interviews. So that,
Yeah, but which one stands out?
Probably Steve Sims probably stands out a lot because he taught me how to. I don't know if you guys don't know Steve D. Sims. He wrote a book called Blue Fishing. I've had him on 3 times, I think. He was interesting, and then also David Meltzer I've had on. If you don't know David Meltzer, you need to know him. He's got a $20 billion business, and he was awesome talking about how he lost $100 million in a single day, went bankrupt and came back, and now he's got a $20 billion company with Warren Moon.
Holy shit!
And they wrote the movie Jerry Maguire about him.
Oh,
unreal.
So that was a pretty fun interview. He talks about how almost every part of his day is actually he marks out every part of his day. He makes sure that everything is scheduled, even just time to call his daughter or call his mom. Almost everything is scheduled, even fun time.
That's actually pretty smart to do. That's wild. That's cool as shit. That's something I'm trying to.
Oh, bluefish. Okay.
That's something I'm trying to do, honestly, right now is figure out how I can schedule. Like I try to make it so that Mondays are my meeting days, but it's hard to do that, to schedule my days out because delegation is a difficulty right now. And, trying to get volunteers in and stuff like that, running a nonprofit, it's very difficult. So as soon as we start to get people who are able to dedicate time consistently, that's going to be like Rocco comes almost every Thursday to get this podcast rolling. Like he's the reason why this podcast is up and running again. I mean, this is a great example of someone who stepped up and is making it consistent. Wade with the retreats, and he's really taken ownership over the retreats. It's fantastic, but smaller things that are just as important, not even smaller in terms of importance, but, like sending emails or, posting on social media or responding or, doing quick outreach to people, things like that. Like we need help in all facets of the organization, really. And, it's something I wish I could do is schedule out my days and my weeks, make it more consistent. That's something I really strive for. Hopefully we can achieve that.
Like me, I'm scheduled from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. 5 days a week.
That's so cool. That's fantastic. Do you have do like your schedule?
Like Thursday is my recording day.
That's why.
I'm sorry. Wednesday's my recording day. So my wife knows not to plan anything around my recording day, and I'll record 6 to 8 interviews on a Wednesday. Hour and a half interviews.
Partner. You have a great wife.
Oh, bro, my wife she knows me. She's known me for 40 years. So she's a CEO. She's the CFO. She's the best partner in the world. And I can't. I'm so blessed to be able to have a partner like that. Like I told her I want to go build a studio. She's like, all right, here's the money. Go build it.
So she's a CFO, CEO of the household. Everything.
Of everything. Because I don't care what rank you're in the military. I don't care what rank you are in the military. Your wife will always outrank you.
I meant that very seriously in terms of like the way you two work together, the dynamic of it, because like for example, like my girlfriend, like Lisa, she's so organized. It's very helpful. And she also said to me, she was also a motivator for me. Like I can see that even for your wife is the same. Lisa said to me one time, a long time ago, I asked her, like, what if I just stopped everything and, whatever. And she's like, never do that. Never stop. Like you will lose yourself. You are this. This is who you are. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, thank you for saying that. And she really means it to this day. Like she works with me and she's a partner of mine. I work with her and I try to help her out where I can, and it's a great partnership. So that being said,
but let's just say, I just want to put this one thing out there for these people, the guys that are watching, Steven, Mark, Jeremy, make sure that your spouse is your teammate and not your opponent.
Right.
Or else you're going to lose. if they're not your teammate, if they're your opponent,
Yeah,
you
I
will
mean,
lose.
happy wife, happy life isn't like a joking thing. It is deep rooted. Like if your wife is happy, then your household, your stress levels, what they can give to you, the joy and care and everything that they can give to you is going to be there tenfold. And that saying is very true, and I'll say it until I die.
But I have to depend on my wife, guys, because whether you know it or not, I'm like 80%
Yep.
blind. So it's like I depend on her to drive me almost everywhere. I can't see at night, so she has to hold my hand and stuff like that. So I'm really dependent on my wife, but I'm also her biggest fan. Like with her bit, which what she does, I make sure that I push her to be the best that she can be. So I'm her biggest fan. I'm not that guy that says, "Oh, just because she might make more money than me or whatever, that I'm going to try to hold my wife back." No, I'm going to push her forward because I'm her
Yeah.
biggest fan, and she's my biggest fan. And a lot of guys get that twisted. That they see their wife getting ahead a little bit, they start feeling uncomfortable. Instead of pushing their wives ahead,
No, a
they
lot of
try
guys
to
do,
pull them
though.
back.
It's real
And
shit.
I think,
They do, but honestly,
Yeah.
man, like I make decent money at my outside job, but like my wife, she just started her own business 7 months ago, and it's booming right now. And I hope that shit takes off so I can quit. I like she knows my dream is to just do this full time. So like if I could honestly just volunteer full time, I would die a happy man. So I hope she becomes my
Yeah.
sugar mama.
Well, my goal is for this organization, I'm actually going to start looking into and develop a plan for hiring a full-time fundraiser, somebody to actually come in here and just do fundraising full-time for us so that we can really begin to scale, because we have a grants program that we have part-time people working on, including myself, and we're doing okay with finding and winning grants. But if we could have somebody in here full-time doing the fundraising part, so it frees up my time to do retreats when I can and fill out grants and do paperwork for that, and stay in touch with the guys and build up the community more. That would be fucking amazing. So
What up, Bambi?
if you ever get a chance, pick up a book by a guy's name is Patrick Kirby. He's like the king of fundraising. So if you ever get a chance, pick up one of his books or hop on a call with him. He loves veterans. I've had him on my show. If you ever get a chance to check out Patrick Kirby, and the book is something about fundraising. I don't remember the name of the book, but if you get a chance, check it out. Write it down.
Does he have his own fundraise like a fifth grader?
I think that might be it. I think that, and I mean, he's raising so much money for people, and he lives in a podunk town, and he's raising some serious cash.
That's crazy.
And if I can, I'll actually try to get you guys hooked up on Messenger so you guys.
Yeah, bro.
can
You
jam.
and I, we're gonna have to talk on the side about a lot of things. Honestly, like I said, we're really trying to, especially with Project Refit, really level up, because we have so many people that we need to get out on retreats, and getting connected to people is something. It sounds like you're very good at getting connected to people, and I would love to try to help you, or you try to get you to help us. With getting in front of people. That would be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just a master, but master connector. Yeah, that's it. I'm a master connector. So if I can connect you guys with anybody, whatever I can do,
I'm very good at debating. I'm a master at it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Wade, if you still want to jump in, bro, you can.
Fucking do it.
And I was wrong about the guest. The police captain, I think, is next week.
Don't you dare taint this live stream with a joke like that.
You already said the C word.
Cunt.
Oh, you did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he meant country,
it's
not
abbreviated.
cunt. Country.
Right.
You told a fucking awful dad joke.
Well,
Inexcusable.
No, it's excusable now. It's excusable.
Inexcusable.
Whatever, dude. It's funny. I laughed. What did I mean by that?
I thought it was
Thank
funny
you.
too. So
Thank you. At least one dick fucking likes it. That's right. The big dick. I'm sorry. Big dick likes it. That's right. Big Dick Kaufman. So, yeah, man, I'm actually I'm super impressed, man, how you've been able to absolutely get in front of some of the most influential people in our world today.
Well, but it all started out with Gary Vaynerchuk. If it wasn't for having lunch with Gary V, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So I give all the credit and the honor to Gary.
How'd you get in front of him? How long ago?
Well, actually, I was with GNC at the time, and his father's liquor store is like 20 minutes from my house. So I called him up. I'm like, "This is Rich from GNC. I need to have a talk with Gary. Talk a little bit of business. When's he going to be there?" He's like, "He's going to be here on Saturday." I said, "Okay, tell him I'm going to be there." I showed up and I was just like, "Hey, Gary, how are you?" And he actually took 30 minutes of time to sit down and talk to me. And if you watch some of his old videos, there's a Wounded Warrior hat. It's hanging up in his office. That's my hat.
That's quality.
Oh my God.
And he's the one that actually came out with the nickname, the Comeback Coach. He told me to write a book and start a podcast. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing it.
That's pretty cool. I love that.
Jersey boy. Another Jersey boy done good.
You know, he definitely is a big time influencer and I think a big time influence in terms of positivity for a lot of people, a lot of young people and older people alike. He really does try to help, make people better. He just wants to see the best in people, and I personally love that.
The only bad thing is he's a Jets fan. I mean, that's the only bad thing I can say about him.
Why?
Because they're the Jets.
Why would he do that to himself?
His goal, his ultimate goal in the world is to buy the New York Jets.
Yeah, that's his big thing. He does want to become the owner of it. He keeps on speaking that into existence. That is real. I wonder if he'd be a good owner.
I would just like to listen to the press conference
with him. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. I would just want to hear the press conferences and how many F-bombs he could drop in a press conference.
True. All right, Jeff over there from All right, so this guy worships Tom Brady. He is a Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the second coming of Jesus Christ in his eyes.
Oh, that's who Tom Brady cleans his golf balls in.
Yep, it's inside of Jeff.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
I met him one day, and he was like, "I got this little bitch named Jeff who cleans my balls."
Yep.
I thought it meant golf balls, but if you're talking about him like that,
he's a Marine too.
Hey, nothing wrong with Jersey, right? Oh,
yeah, he's a Marine.
God, you clean golf balls and you eat crayons. I don't know, man.
Yeah. He said, "Hallelujah."
You need to get up on here.
Yeah.
I'll gladly gargle those golf
That's
balls.
right. That's right. Jeff is the man. Jeff is actually launching a fire team with Wade up in the northeastern territory of the United States of America. Massachusetts. Here's Wade now. Wade can actually talk on it. Maine, all of it.
What am I talking on?
The actual fire team that you're launching out.
Oh, yeah. So we're launching out a fire team out in Massachusetts.
Yep. And it's with Jeff, who washes and loves to gargle Tom Brady's balls.
But yeah, he's the GOAT, bro. Like, if Brady came at me, balls out, I would do it too. They're probably a little deflated, but that's okay.
Listen. I accept greatness, and he is the greatest quarterback who ever lived. But I'm not gonna touch the dude's balls. I mean,
yeah, he would. By the way, Rich. So something important to note. You're talking about the importance of time. That's actually why I have that hanging right there. That picture that I'm pointing to with the Grim Reaper with the clock. time is running out for everybody, so you got to get on top of your shit, and make your life happen.
Yep. Every day you wake up is a gift, so you got to make sure that you're getting everything out of your whole day. And if you don't schedule your day, your day's going to schedule you.
That's pretty true. However, I do have to say that for people who are starting out in any kind of business or nonprofit or just life in general, just take action and then figure it out from there. You just have to start doing stuff. Don't get analysis or paralysis of analysis or whatever it is. Don't sit there and overanalyze shit. You just got to go take action. I mean, that's also a Stoic quote too. Seize the day and do and just get up and wake up and go after whatever. Just make things happen. Take forward steps, and then start trying to figure out how to schedule it all out from there. Because just action is more important than anything else, and I've really learned that. It might, I've also learned it's not, as you begin to scale, it isn't a good way to be because it confuses people, and that's not very good for leadership. So, really trying to get things more organized is super important too. But to get to that point, just start doing things, start taking action, big time.
Well, even talking about Brady, because I'm a Dolphins fan, but I think Brady is the greatest quarterback ever. But what I liked about Brady is he would get to training camp 2 hours earlier than everybody. He'd stay later, 2 hours later. He didn't take days off. He took everything was football. And I think if you're going to be successful in anything, you need to get there early, stay later, and stay consistent for a long period of time.
Of football. Kobe did the same thing. He was there 2 hours early, 2 hours after, and never missed a day. That's dedication. That's why you're the best.
I mean, even after Kobe won his championship, he told his coach, "All right, we're going to be at the gym at 5." He was at the gym at 5 a.m. the night after winning a championship. Because somebody asked him, he says, "Which is your most important championship?" He said, "The next one."
I actually really appreciate that. It seems like the Eagles are taking that same approach right now. Like the guys, the very next day, they were all like, "We need to get back in the gym. We got to start working out again." Like all of them. It was all of them. And that's something that is special. You really do have to just work. And what's funny, Jeff also said that's his ethos is just grab life by Brady's balls. And that's good stuff, Jeff. He said you need to be a Tom Brady, dude.
Grab life by Brady's deflated ass balls.
That's right. Win anyway. Even
I just have to ask, did you really have to fight Edelman to get to one of them?
I can't wait for that response. It'll take 20 or 30 seconds for it to get through. Let's see what he says, because this stream. But I really love that approach. You just have to keep on working. You have to keep on grinding, and it's true. Life gets tired. You get stressed, and it's very important to continue forward always.
And Wade, if there's anything I can do to help, brother, I'm in. No questions asked. If you ever need anything,
oh, okay.
I'm in Jersey.
All right.
Not far.
Yeah.
This is Wade, actually, the guy I was talking about, taking over the retreats and stuff like that. Yeah, Wade, sorry, brother.
Yep. So if I can help out.
Yeah, I will. I'll hit you up. We're like in our infancy stage right now. Just trying to figure everything out. Trying to recruit some people because, manpower and getting people to show up is just a big part of mental health. Community. You can't build a community without community. So that's where we're at right now. What the fuck are you laughing at?
Jeff, he's like, what did he ask? Your Jersey giggle got in the way. Sorry, do I have to? How do people from Massachusetts and Boston giggle? Back in pocket. Yeah.
I don't even think they giggle. They just say, "Oh, you're so funny." They're
so
just like,
funny.
even their even their giggles are rude. You know, it's like, damn, dude, sorry.
Can't even laugh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I definitely will, Rich. I'll hook you up with Wade. I'll get you guys connected so you can talk to him and support anybody. I was actually just talking to Wade right before this podcast. We're talking for like an hour or whatever, and he and I are actually we really got to get into the dunks guy. Yeah, he loves Dunkin' Donuts. Unreal. We're really trying to get the structure of the organization and the tempo of the organization really meted out, and the strategic plan that we have moving forward right now is really, we have to increase donors. We have to get in touch with private wealthy people to really help us out. That's something that, we don't come from wealth. A lot of the guys that we started this, it's a bunch of dudes who just came together to start it. Right? We're just a bunch of regular ass dudes that just wanted to do something good and show up for other vets and literally in their communities, to their houses sometimes, and just help them out any way we possibly can. And it's really, that spirit is definitely still with us, but we have to take seriously getting the money in the door for this organization, because I actually have a whole organization document listing out all the things that we need and people need to fill in. Rich, it's huge. We are a big organization that, on our 990s and such don't show. So it is something that we have to take real serious. Like, I need to buy a truck for Delaware. I haven't been able to execute on that yet. And that's something that we need to get done. It's because I've been so busy. I just don't have the time. We need to get more people in here to help us out with that.
Dude, if our funding equated to the reach that we've had so far,
we'd be a multi-million-dollar organization.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight up.
The things that we've managed to accomplish with fucking
nothing is insane.
Has been insane. I mean, our very first mission was an insane mission to be on.
Well, I'm going to see what I can do to help, because the guy, Big Cunt Tree, they're actually, Tunnels to Towers is actually building him a house. So I'm going to see if I can get in front of the Tunnels to Towers guys.
Well, I don't. So when we try, I don't know how they would be able to help us, to be completely honest with you. Getting directly connected to people is, I would argue, much better, because
that's what I mean. Like, getting in touch this way, you can, even if you just get to bounce some ideas off them about how to raise money and how to get the nonprofit out there.
Sounds good, man. Absolutely. I'll take the introduction for sure. Definitely. I'd talk to anybody. We've been trying to get in touch with even like state reps, things like that for years. And it always just falls flat. So
I've sent Adam Sandler 4 emails already.
We should start reaching out to Robert Kiyosaki, dude. Knowing that he's a vet, that would be amazing. Like, guys like that.
Yeah, so start reaching out to people that either have lost someone to suicide or have served in the military themselves. You know what I mean? Because that's a heartstring right there that only certain people can touch.
Yeah, we've definitely we've been trying. The warm introductions are always the best introductions, for sure. Yeah. But we're figuring it out. I mean, one of the things I really want to do actually in Jersey is do a 24-hour ruck. I would love to do a 24-hour ruck event. That would be fantastic. Like, teams, obviously, and set up like a course, like a 2-mile course with like different, slot points at the different mile markers, like, third of a mile, quarter of a mile, half a mile, and so on. And let people begin to see how many miles they can get as a team, and raise money for 24 hours straight. It's very similar to what Team Forrester does with their 24-hour bike-a-thon. They literally just get teams of people. They jump on top of those speed bikes and or those Peloton-looking bikes. I forget what they're called. But
I don't know. But I put me on a team, because I'll ruck for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about, because me and my wife were watching that movie on Netflix about how the Black Hawk Down guys, what they're doing now. And I've actually had 2 of those guys on the show. So I'll see if I can get them guys hooked up with you guys, some of the Black Hawk Down guys, because I'm sure they'd be interested.
That'd be cool. Hell yeah, like man. That'd be very helpful. Thank you. Super, super helpful. we definitely need to find a way. So actually, one of the volunteer positions we're looking for is called the networker. There's somebody that can just literally network on our behalf and like introduce us to people and get people in the know about us. I'm actually excited for one of our board members that's joining. I'm excited for two reasons. One, he's a really good guy. He's a really nice guy. He's civilian, but he has two sons that he ended up being in the Marine Corps. And his name was Rob Bender. And today, the reason why we got the grant today is because of him. And like the small grant from RMA was fantastic. I mean, it was $2,500. I mean, it helps out. Like it pays for a retreat participant to go out on a retreat. So, but he's like really dedicated to it. And we helped his sons out tremendously. And he almost cried when he was like introducing me. He didn't like say anything deep. He was just introducing me and Refit, and he almost cried. And I mean, it just speaks to the power of what we're doing and how we're really showing up for guys. And we go out of our way to really support them and bring them into a community that they can always tap into. So, and his one son is like, he's become actually pretty close to me. I consider him a friend, not just a refitter, and not saying anything negative to just being a refitter, but he's a friend, you know what I mean? Like I really care about the guy a lot. And, he's such a good dude and was really struggling there for a little while, and not to, a really deep degree of taking his own life. I think we prevented even that thought from coming up, but he was struggling, and we were able to really help him through and guide him. And I fucking love the guy. He's a really good dude. And it's really awesome to have somebody who was impacted by our organization to join now on the board and really help us out in the future. So, we're looking for people that like that, who care, who understand the power of what we're doing. So that's why the networker position is so critical and crucial, because it's like, hey, are you willing to open up your network or willing to reach out on our behalf to other people? That's not easy. Rich, what you're doing is, a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people don't reach out. They don't feel comfortable. They can't stand a rejection or somebody not responding. They immediately think that they're useless and all those other terrible things that they put in their own fucking minds, and they believe it. And it's just not true. We need somebody who would be willing to continue even after the rejections that they'll get, So if you are open to that, dude, I would love to have you join into our volunteer corps and, even more. I don't know, but if you're down for that, I'm down.
Whatever I can do to help guys, I do it all because, and we talked about it on the last show. I almost took myself out twice. So anything that I can do to help save a life, I'm in. No strings attached
Awesome.
ever.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Have you guys ever, there's a group out there called the New Jersey Veterans Network. They're great people. A guy named Doc is doing some great things, and they're helping a lot of people in the northern New Jersey area. So they might be somebody you might want to hook up with or get to know. The New Jersey Veterans Network.
All right. Yeah, dude.
If you have a solid like a hard copy list of suggestions that we could reach out to, or you could reach out to, we're open to that as well. Any like compiled list is going to help us make calls, emails.
Okay. I'll try to put something together.
I'm in sales, so
sometimes I forget who I know until you bring up something, and I'm like, oh, I got a guy. I'm that guy that has a guy. I'm the guy that knows a guy. So whatever I can do, I'm in. No questions.
Yeah, that would be amazing, dude. That would be amazing. Well, what else you got for us? Anything else you want to end the show with? Any advice, good stories?
No, like I said, I just want people to know that the three most important words in the English language are "today I decide." Every morning when we would get up, we can either become a victim or be a victor. And it's up to us how our day goes, whether we want to be victorious or if we want to live in that victimhood mentality.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like you.
Exactly like me. I say that too, man. I tell people all the time, like, life is going to throw you bad situations. You get to choose if you're going to be better from it or if you're just going to fall victim to it,
And fortunately for me, life will give you exactly what you ask for. If you ask for a dime, you're going to get a dime. If you ask for a dollar, you're going to get a dollar. So whatever it's called, using your reticulator activating system in your brain, whatever you look for, you're going to find. So if you're looking for depression, anxiety, you're going to find it. If you're looking for hope, if you're looking for financial security, you're going to find it.
And if you want to be an alpha, according to Jeff, you got to grab Brady's balls.
Grab Brady by the balls.
Unreal. Yeah, that's real shit though, man. You usually get this side every day. I just got done explaining that to a. So Dan and I go to an EMT squad, every 6 months or every 6 weeks or so, and there's one guy there in particular. He really wants to be a police officer, and I was just telling him the other day. I was like, dude, listen, you got to make up your fucking mind. You got to do it, or you're not going to do it. And someone behind him started like saying, like, he has like ADHD and blah, blah. I was like, look, I have the worst of it. No, it's not an excuse. I was like, listen, bro, like I just went right back to him. I was like, no excuses. Like you got to make up your mind if you want to do this shit or not. And if you want to do it, I'm down to help you in any way. Like I will give you a workout plan. You can text me. Like I want to see you achieve your dream. Like that's what I want. I want to see the best in you come out. I think he'd be a great cop. He's a great personality. He knows a lot of shit. He saved lives, being an EMT. He's been doing it for years. And, I would love to see him take that next step,
Well, and I always want to end this was because I know you guys love motivation. One of my friends and one of my clients, his name is Aaron Hale, Hale. He's blind. He's deaf. He owns 2 businesses. He's a podcaster, and he ran the Badwater 135, almost beating David Goggins' time. And he's deaf, and he's blind. So, guys, if anybody thinks that they can't do something, think about somebody that's like that, who's deaf and blind, runs ultra marathons, owns 2 businesses, and is a podcaster at the same time. So, guys, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you put your mind.
That's right.
Henry Ford says,
I think he'll be a great guest on your show.
oh yeah. Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or cannot, you're right.
That's right.
Yep. I love it. Me and you are like this.
I'm a quotes guy, man. I love quotes. There's history behind them that I don't have to learn, hopefully.
Right. Get to learn from them. That's right. That's the way you got to take history. But listen, this was fantastic. Thank you again for jumping on and talking to us and shooting the shit and having like a laid back episode, talking about some stuff, seeing what you got going on in your life. And like I said, if you're down for joining, which it sounds like you are, being a volunteer with us, man, that's going to be tremendous. And it's going to save and change a lot of lives and extend a lot of lives, as Wade says, because everybody's going to die. So we get to extend some more lives, which is real shit.
Whatever I can do. And like the great poet, Jim Morrison from The Doors says, nobody gets out of here alive. So you better enjoy every day you got.
That's right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in with us again. And we'll talk to you again, Dick.